And last but not least, coming in at number one, we have the renewed hunt for the Zodiac Killer. This is undoubtedly one of the most infamous murderers of all time. Active during the late 1960s, most people have given up hope that we'll ever find out his true identity. However, authorities are looking at the case with renewed zeal following the arrest of another decades old murder spree, that of the Golden State Killer. Joseph D'Angelo was identified thanks to genealogical websites. Detectives from the Vallejo, California Police Department are hopeful that the same technique can be used in the Zodiac case. They turned to a private lab to obtain DNA samples from traces of saliva left by the killer on two stamps and envelopes he used to mail letters. We can expect some results probably later in the future if it hasn't already popped. Detective Terry Poyser specified that Arthur Lee Allen is a suspect. For a long time, many investigators considered Allen to be their main candidate for the Zodiac Killer, but he was cleared by a DNA test in 2002. The sample was obtained from the same envelopes that Poyser mentioned. But Poyser mentioned that back then they didn't have the technology to separate the glue from the genetic material to obtain a clean DNA grab. Consequently, they only had a partial sample with less than half the markers necessary to make a definitive identification.